Hey guys, welcome back to Falcon's Followers. Last time, Tinsel and the Duelists wound up in Red Canyon as they were actually following Falcon, and they witnessed his duel with Samurai Goro, in which Falcon emerged victorious. So they continued to follow him, as well as tag along back to Mute City. While there, well, let's find out. Alright, lap 3. This was one of my greatest killjoys while I was playing through story mode. You'll see why later. I sorely disagree those who consider it to be a fun lap. Looking straight at you, Ephraim. There wasn't any other way to go but out, and so they decided to head back to Mute City, as did the captain. Once again, they followed him despite the tension within the Comet's cockpit. Everyone was a bit reluctant to keep following him, but somehow the uneasiness subsided as they found a rest stop in a city that never sleeps. A few cars ahead, they saw the Blue Falcon head straight into a parking lot consisting of a bar and refueling station. There was a sign completely covered in plasma. Amongst the twilight sky, it read "Bet Race Dollars" in large font. As they stopped, Tinsel gazed up at the display. Bet Race? Her face turned pale, and her temperature dropped a few degrees. She was not expecting this. What's wrong? Yeah, what gives? Guys, we can't enter here. We're all minors, and we're not even 21 yet. So? I've always hated casinos and games based on luck. I heard that one of them takes place on an F-Zero circuit, Casino Palace, or New Vegas, as some people would call it. No offense, Joey, but I'd rather play games that have skill than the luck of the draw. I believe she has a point, Joey. Luck isn't always your best friend, especially if people lose their money and their lives over something unpredictable. I too want games to prove that you're stronger based on your abilities and strengths. No, not you too, Yugi. Why do I feel like such a minority? Come on, guys. Let's go in and grab a bite. Tinsel led them inside a comfy casual outlet. They decided to order a few sodas and snacks while they watched the bet race on televid. They saw the match and the track consisting of sharp turns all the way around. And they didn't actually see what else was going on.
What do you want? Wait a minute! What do you think this is? What a scam! That's up 2 million space credits! Ha! What can I do with this one coin?
You're the famous Falcon! Please, I beg of you, enter the bet race.
What? Where?
Please, consider it an old man's last request.
Just calm down. We will shortly be closing registration for the next race.
The next race is going to start!
Hey, where do you think you're taking me? Wait!
Just perfect!
I don't like this chapter at all. Man, it gave me a hard time. They saw the match and the track consisting of sharp turns all the way around. Tinsel remembered how much of a hassle those cornering, sudden angles could be, always crashing into the walls and her opponents passing her. There were a couple jump plates at some spots, plus about 3 pit areas. There were plenty of creepy clowns waving and wishing the racers good luck. Fat chance on that! She took a sigh of relief as she wasn't a part of this irritating place with all the lights, bells, and slot and poker machines all around. This is much better. And they heard the announcer. On the scoreboard, there was Beastman at the number 1 slot. Number 2 was labeled with the skull, 3rd was Famicom, 4th was Super Arrow, and 5th was Baba. But that wasn't all the participants. There was also Jack Levin, Dr. Theodore Clash, Mr. EAD, James McCloud, Antonio Guster, Gomorn Shio, Biorex, and Billy. The trio weren't sure who any of those racers were, but they were startled to see a stranger enter the Blue Falcon. "Hey, why is this guy using the Blue Falcon?" As the gang saw a mysterious man don on a large green cape and a decorative mask which looked like one used for a Mardi Gras. "Maybe it's Falcon in disguise." "Yeah, a pretty lousy one at that. They would have done a far better job if they would have made a makeover on his vehicle, too." "Nah, I think it's just a stranger." So much for Grand Theft Auto. Everyone was glued to the flat screen, including the patrons. The Blue Falcon was amongst the crowd and the race began. 3, 2, 1, go! The screens flashed and rose at the last second. Then the cerulean car made navigation seamless, as if he knew the course's every nook and cranny. From using the jump plates to swerving at the right moments without being detrimental. But by the second lap, everyone kept on shooting past him like living rockets. Dang errors. "Oh, that stranger's never gonna catch up now." "Sure he is. He's Captain Falcon. He can make it." The Falcon boosted in each turn. He managed to perform some side and spin attacks to keep his enemies at bay. The stakes were extremely high considering this was supposed to be a race with potential winners, taking advantage of people's wallets in the process. Everyone was desperate and reckless, yet Falcon kept his cool throughout the whole ordeal. "Yeah, the final lap," the announcer spoke after the first machine crossed the line. A lot of them were losing power and flashing red as every careless pilot kept on going down the path of hell. Falcon kept up his strategy by boosting and using the machine to the absolute limit. The jump plates were a huge advantage as he gained more ground while in the air, and the rivals still caught up. So he kept on using his aggressiveness, although he had to be careful to prevent himself from falling off. Then it was rinse and repeat after the pit area. After a sheer stroke of luck, the Famicom reached the goal first. Yugi, Joey, and Tinsel kept raving of the amazing feat he pulled. How the hell did he do that? After they calmed down during the victory lap, she made a critical vow. Note to self. Never gamble when we reach 21. We won't. They saw Falcon get rewarded an enormous leather sack. They actually managed to see this.
Here, this is your share. Once again, Black Shadow is running riot in the lightning area. All citizens are advised to evacuate immediately. We repeat, all citizens are advised to evacuate immediately.
Although, at the time, I didn't know what lightning was. So with F-Zero GX, it was undoubtedly a first. Chaos displayed a demon clad in black, laughing hysterically as he raised his hands in triumph. Fire was licking buildings, instruction was everywhere. People were also screaming in the background. Lightning? Why would there be citizens in lightning? I mean, what is this place anyway? I don't know. Just then they saw the Blue Falcon hurriedly drive away from the lot and onto the public streets, nearly crashing into oncoming vehicles. Come on! Both Tinsel and Yugi leapt from their stools and paid the fare while Joey kept stuffing in his mouth. "Joey, let's go!" His friend grabbed and pulled him by the arm. He almost fell off his seat while he was gathering his bearings. He was always known to have such a huge appetite, which is true. How are we supposed to get there? Are we gonna be struck? Never mind that, Yugi. Falcon's heading there right now, and it's up to us to follow him. They each hopped into the cockpit, and the comet sped away on I-195 like a jackrabbit on loads of caffeine. As you'd see in the roster for lap 3, there was Zoda. Unfortunately, this was set before ending it all. In keeping the timeline consistent, I wouldn't include him since he'll be out of cold sleep next year. Actually, disregard that since this was a mistake, as he had caused a riot about 5 years prior. So I added Envirorex in his place. And of course, Falcon named Famicom was a reference to the old Japanese system similar to the NES, but was an add-on to the floppy disks. It's actually called the Family Disk System. Also, I was a minor then. I wasn't even 18 yet, but I did keep making a vow to myself that I'd never plan on gambling once I reached the legal age. Since then, I kept my word, except when I spent my 21st birthday at a casino. I didn't do very well in the games, but at least I didn't spend my life away, like most unwise consumers would do. I despise casinos and the Robert De Niro movie, and I load games based on luck. And I hate this damn chapter so friggin' much. I can't for the life of me recall how long it was until I got that bastard done right. Lousy rubber band AI. With all the resentment aside, this story would be more interesting as the duelists get a chance to shine. This would be the lesson that Tinsel would later use against the bloody chain. Phew, glad that's out of the way. So, next time, I spoiled a little as the duelists will continue to follow Falcon along with Tinsel, and they're gonna witness the bloody chain as they head to Lightning. What will they find? Well, stay tuned.